Tizo, as you're sitting out atop of a stone platform outside of the Dawn Temple, overlooking the whole beautiful, vast, lush valley below you, you see the peak of the orange light of the sun seem to just trickle and glisten from the tops of all the trees from below. You can see the small village down below where you remember those villagers had been a part of, where those hunters came from when you guys first made your way here to Spintier. You take a deep breath of the cold morning air. Cast your eyes towards the sun. You exhale. You feel a sense of calmness come about you. The camera pans back to where you're sitting. You're silhouetted against the orange hue of the sky. The wind blows. That calmness remains. The tension from the dreams, the tension from the torments of things waking you up in the middle of the night seem to leave your mind as you center yourself and focus. But there's still choices to be made. Big decisions. And we do a hard swipe of the screen as you are reconvening with your comrades within the Dawn Temple. A little bit later, the adventure is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I know we have a lot of options. After thinking about it a little bit more, I think our first thing we should undertake is settling up this thing with the holocron.
Yeah, we may not be the only ones looking for it, so it might be good to get a head start on anyone else that wants it.
Especially since we've already walked down this road for so long. It would feel weird to switch to another one without seeing this through. After this is over, we can decide what to do next. Anybody have any other opinions about it?
Yeska is uncharacteristically quiet.
Same.
Maybe the first time you've actually seen Yeska be quiet.
Check his temperature. No.
Doc, is he feeling all right?
He's blue. He's frozen.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I just think it makes the most sense. And then if we choose to go ahead, look for you some different armor afterwards, or
Let's be honest
go and
here,
help
Teaser, none of this makes sense. And I kind of just stand up and just stretch.
a lot of
For sure.
things tend to not make sense, but just some things you have to do.
Yeah, sure.
Yeska stands up, kind of straightens his coat, and looks at you and says, "Well, let's get to it. Let's go find this last Kyber crystal."
It's like a plan to me. And then I turn around and go start getting my stuff ready.
Okay. Excellent.
All my stuff is always on the ship. I sleep on the ship, so I'm good.
Dran, you do see the vision of the jailer from the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Is I can't remember the race, but the one that has the bandana over his eyes and is born without eyes.
Miralyn or something? Or Mirluka?
That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, this holographic presence of him comes into the room as the rest of your fellow comrades seem to depart to go get their equipment ready. Raven headed to the ship. So Dran, what is the group's decision? What is the plan going forward?
Well, it sounds like we're going to finish what we started here.
I think that is wise. There's no doubt about it that if something out there of great power is unaccounted for or lost, it could be easily found by someone who could manipulate it for the wrongdoing.
Let it fall into the hands of any enemies.
What, if you don't mind, I know you guys have given me some information, but where is this holocron from? Whose holocron does this belong to?
Nice. Thanks, Victoria. So wait, Michael. So I know we haven't shared a lot of information about this with the.
You've probably said that. I can't remember if we skipped over or gleaned over a
Yeah.
lot of it, but you probably told him that you found a holocron, but you probably didn't give him I don't think we ever had extensive sharing of details. So
Gotcha. Well, I think we believe. I think that the holocron belonged to a former Jedi who may have fallen from his graces, so to speak.
well, then it's even more important that we find this.
I think one thing that we're not clear on is: are we following the trail of a ghost, or are we following the trail of a man?
What do your feelings say?
I have my suspicions that we'll interact with that there may be something remaining of this ward.
If it is true, you must be careful going forward. The Force is obviously guiding you there. Where is it that you're going?
Well, a little planet called I think it's called Moraband.
Moraband? You're going to Moraband? The same planet, the ancient birthplace of the Sith.
You know, I knew the name was familiar. It must have been in some of the studies we've been doing around here.
A lot of it has been, unfortunately, driven out of many things by the Empire. Lucky for you, here in Spintier, all our data has been non-corrupted by Imperial influence. If you try to use your ship's data, there will be no data coordinates for Moriband. does not exist, according to your ship's computers.
Well, yeah, if it's not in the archives. So,
The Empire has most likely deleted it from the archives.
are there any coordinates that we can download here to ensure that we have them?
Of course. What
Perhaps
kind
a good thing that we've had this discussion.
What kind of help would I be if I didn't offer you a pathway to your direction? What if... Well, come with me into the holocron chamber. We can run through the data, and we can figure out how we can get it to be stored onto the ship's computers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Dran, you make your way with... Well, the holocron just disappears.
Yeah.
Appears into the chamber. Doesn't
Come
have
on,
to-
keep up.
That's it. Misty steps all the way across the temple.
Yeah.
Organics are so slow.
That's it. Takes you to the room, and with the help of the other gatekeepers of the holocrons, you're able to access the data and upload it onto the ship's computer interface, so that you guys have the coordinates, because Moraband still exists in the system here. But he was absolutely right. When you went onto the computer to get this download from the temple, Moraband, according to your ship's computers, does not exist.
That would have been awkward if we were all ready to go in the ship and, all right, guys, plug in the code.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
So yeah, with Dran's computer skills and things, he's able to upload this coordinate system into the Phoenix's computers. If you were taking the Phoenix, I didn't know if you guys were going to take the Bastion on this mission or if you were going to take the Phoenix. Either or.
We'd probably stick with the Phoenix.
Sticking with
I
the
mean,
Phoenix.
we repaired it, correct? Or most of it, at least. I think in our.
Yeah, you guys spent a week here, so you fully repaired the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Question, Michael. Would Yeska know anything about hidden systems, seeing as the Chiss ascendancy has remained mostly unmapped by the Republic and then the Empire?
What in specific would you be looking for?
Like, would he know how to find a system that is not on any map?
What knowledge skills do you have?
Let's take a look. So yeah, I've got Outer Rim, I've got Xenology, and I've got Lore for my career skills.
I'm not sure exactly what kind of knowledge skills are out there for this, but Xenology, I think, is more like species study and different, cultures, things of that nature, I believe, is what that knowledge would cover.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and make an Outer Rim check, because this seems like
Okay.
maybe the most beneficial out of those. We'll call
All right.
it.
What's the difficulty?
It's probably going to be pretty hard. I'm going to say 3 purple for this one. But because of what you described with the Chiss, I'll give you a blue boost dice on the check.
Nice.
And Dran, you did get something. You did get some money thrown at you in the chat. The way I'm going to do it for Star Wars is 10 gold is going to be 100 credits.
Whew!
Whoa.
Nice.
5 gold.
Bank error in your favor.
5 gold is going to be 50 credits. So if anybody gives those in the chat, those you can add those to your character. It's like, oh, I found some treasure.
Can I give
found some-
myself money?
Yeah, we're gonna spend all of our points on ourselves.
I will allow you to give another companion in the game.
I mean, I have
will allow that, but
80,000
you cannot
points
give
if
it to
anybody wants,
yourself.
Damn it!
Give each other money.
I'm so broke!
Thank you, Victoria.
I hate it for
No,
you.
I'm not broke. I'm
I hate
fine.
it for you, but I can't just keep taking my wallet out,
Nah.
taking money out, and then putting it
Here
back
you
in my
go.
wallet.
Here you
It doesn't.
go.
It doesn't.
Come
It
on,
doesn't get bigger
Dad.
that
Can
way.
Can we have our allowance, Dad?
Dad. It's okay. We fixed our ship. That money was
Yeah.
well spent.
Yeah,
and we
that
needed to fix our
was-
ship.
That was.
And we still have money. Everyone still has some money left, right?
Kepler.
Oh, yeah.
Kepler just gifted Raven 50 credits.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm joking. I don't need it, but thank you.
Kevin, we're
very
flush.
sweet.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're fine. We don't need your money, but thank you. I'll take it. I'm not gonna say no.
As you're getting your supplies ready on the Phoenix, you like lift up the mattress of the bed you've been sleeping
Oh,
on.
shit.
Oh, that's
The
where I
tooth fairy
put
came.
those. I
Oh,
I
man.
knew I put an emergency fund somewhere.
I thought I
There's
washed you in my
stash.
other armor.
Yeah,
Mm,
I hid it from Nico. Is what I did,
Yeah,
and I
that's it.
forgot I hid it from
that's
Nico.
it. Yeah.
So for that check you had me make, I had 2 successes and a threat.
A threat.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
You do know that in the past, you've been able to help find hidden systems through the study of gravitational pulls within different sources of maps and other kind of virtual settings of that nature. You've been able to run like computer system diagnostics on different system areas where you were suspicious of maybe a hidden system being. The difficult part about that is you have to have some kind of suspicion that there might be a hidden system in that zone in the first place. They're hard to pinpoint, but it's most often or not that gravitational pull will lead you there, but you got to be careful because sometimes those gravitational pulls are actually something seriously dangerous, like a black hole or something like that. That
yeah. We
basically-
jump out of hyperdrive and just go straight into a black hole.
Gone.
It's happened before in Elite Dangerous. If you never played that game,
Yeah.
it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, there are other things
imagine-
in space that can have
I imagine
gravitational
that I'm
pulls like
using-
that.
I imagine that I'm using like stuff that I learned in the Chiss Military Academy, and since I am exploring the other parts of the universe, I imagine that I've got some kind of like Chiss Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy that I'm consulting.
Sure.
And so maybe can I say I narrow it down to like 3 or 4 possibilities? Would you say that's fair?
I would say that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Dran's pretty confident that he's got the coordinates that are going to lead you to the planet. Based on the old computer systems and the way they were set up. They didn't have Moraband was still on their records. So this seems like a thing that recently when the Empire took over, they didn't want anybody messing around, so they just got rid of it. It's easy enough just to erase it. Doesn't exist.
Welcome to the Empire. Come try the new internet. We've made our own internet.
That's it. Yeah. They're censorship. It's censorship.
That's sensational. All right, so I take the information that I kind of have, mind palaced or gleaned, and I take it and I give what I've got to the doc.
Okay.
I said, look, I think that with your information and with my information, we should be able to find this system.
I have confidence in it, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go and get my pack ready. Is there anything else you need to do before we go?
We're all ready.
All right. Enough wasting time.
Oh no.
Go and get
Oh no!
Oh no. We have a Chiss droid. There. he's
Hello.
gone. There you go.
Hello, lovely
Welcome
lovely
back.
internet people. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, Jamoy. All right, so I think we are ready to go. Let's get on the ship and get out of here.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do for you. as you guys are getting ready, Dran, are you going to be getting the computer systems ready to set a course for Moraband?
Yeah.
With the information you have? Because the astrogation data for Moraband is more than 20 years old, it makes the astrogation check a little bit more difficult. But
because everything's expanding and moving.
Everything's expanding and moving, right?
Yeah.
But with that check with that information that Yeska just gave you in his successful check, I'm going to reduce the difficulty by 1 because of that. So you're going to make an average 2 purple dice astrogation check to basically safely and expeditiously reach the planet that you're looking for. Okay.
Alrighty. Then as I'm keying thing, may the force be with us as I use all his
side point. Okay.
Yep. Here goes nothing. Force take the wheel. Oh.
Hey,
oh,
she got
wow.
you. Force got you, BB.
Wow.
Force take the wheel. Take it from my hand.
Excellent. You're pretty confident. You got things locked in. Everything's set up on the Phoenix for you guys to make a hyperspace route to Moraband.
I even shaved off a few parsecs. This is gonna be a good one.
Well done, Doctor.
Okay, Dad. We'll get there when we get there.
I'll turn this ship around and take you guys right back
need
home.
more female energy on this ship. I'm just saying. Jesus.
I can only do so much.
Thanks for the bits, by the way, Victoria.
Yay!
Bitberry.
It's the bit droid.
Yep.
Droid.
Beep
Yeah.
beep boop.
Beep beep boop.
Okay.
Beep, boop, boop.
So, if you guys, if there's nothing else that you guys, I think you would gather all your things, head up onto the Phoenix. If there's anything else that you guys want to do before you leave, right now is the time.
Thank you, jailer.
You're welcome.
Yeska would like to take a few things with him to modify how his lightsaber fits on his belt, so he'll be able to kind of like tinker with it as they travel, so he can make it into more like a quick draw.
Okay.
Thing.
You already have quick draw, don't you?
I have quick draw for my blaster.
Okay. But you don't have quick draw for your
lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a quick draw for their lightsaber?
I have a skill.
I
that
never
lets
use-
me do
You
it.
have a skill that allows you to do it?
I never use
Yeah.
my lightsaber, so.
Okay. What we'll do is I'll
As a gadgeteer, could I help him out? Because that's kind of like what I'm
Yeah.
here for.
That's kind of what you do, yeah. I mean, you could probably, like, during the travel, you could see him, like, tinkering around with something, and that would be a good roleplay opportunity for you, too, if you wanted to wait till then.
Yeah, whatever.
But as you guys are lifting off, the jailer looks at Dran and says, be careful, and may the Force be with you.
Also with you.
And you see them all kind of, like, all standing there on the front porch of the Dawn Temple as you guys lift off, and the engine kind of makes the wind and the dust kind of blow around from around the Dawn Temple there, and you guys see the beam, that bar of blue energy from the engines take you guys up. Yeah. As Raven kicks it into high gear, and eventually into hyperdrive. She engages the hyperdrive, headed towards those coordinates that Dran, with the help of Yeska, set for Moraband. So let you guys know, with a successful check, it takes about 48 hours
It's not too bad.
to get to Moraband in hyperspace. So you have 2 days during hyperspace travel. I'll just give you guys some time to do any role playing or brief things that if you like to have a scene or something like that, just let me know. If not, we can skip ahead, zoom forward, do a hard swipe of the screen wipe, and move on to the next thing if we need to. So
I think I'd like to have that moment that we discussed a moment ago.
sure.
So Yeska at one point would be kind of in the common area, and he's always had his curved tilt lightsaber on kind of like almost like a D-ring kind of a system, whereas he's got like a clip on his belt and it clips onto the ring on the bottom. And you see him kind of like fiddling around with it, trying to remove it and find some way to attach it so he can just draw and ignite in kind of one motion. And so you just see him kind of
Yeska, put down the wrench. That's not how. No, put that down. You're going to hurt my ship or yourself.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Raven, do you think you can help me with this?
Sure. What are you trying to accomplish
See,
here? I can't really tell with this setup you've got going on.
Always when we fight,
Mhm.
first I have to take out my lightsaber, and then I turn it on, and then I attack the bad guys. It takes too much time. I would like to be able to just draw and launch all in one motion. That way is no wasted effort, no wasted time, no wasted us.
I think I could finesse something. It would just be a simple click of the button, but you're doing it opposite. Instead of doing it on the hatch, you're going to want to do it on the lightsaber itself. So the
You think
lightsaber
so?
itself detaches instead of the other way around.
Oh,
And
this
that
is
way,
very clever.
if I can see if I can maybe jury rig the button, so when it is released, it can be activated in the same swipe. That might take a little bit longer, but I can definitely make it so you can quick draw, like draw it faster with a simple click.
I like this. Thank you very much.
As someone that used to do inventions for science fairs, I may have done something very similar for this, so it's really weird.
Right, let me see something really
So
quick.
we just tinker and
So I'm gonna pretty
Yeah.
much start taking the lightsaber apart first,
Ugh.
and then looking at his attachment to his belt and kind of finding a different ring to attach onto the lightsaber and like feed it through with like cables into the button or what's the word?
Ignition switch.
Switch. Yep.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say for this, just to kind of like bundle it up into a simple check,
Sure.
a little package here. So what I'm gonna say. You have a toolkit, don't you? You have a toolkit with your okay.
I'm a gadgeteer. I think it just comes with the thing because that's how I can reduce encumbrance and everything.
So according to the rules here, it says it takes a couple of hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
It would take a few hours to accomplish this. It also says probably according to the rules about 100 credits worth of supplies.
I got it.
So what we'll do is just to make it a short bundle, you can spend the 100 credits and you're going to make one check. It's going to be a hard mechanics check.
Oh jeez.
So it's going to be
We can use my credits. It's my thing.
Okay.
So it's
Three?
three purple.
Yep.
And technically Yeska is helping you. So you could gain a blue boost with Yeska's help.
Okay, let me just double check if I have anything in here that can help me with.
Yeah, there might be any talents that help you with mechanics checks, or any of your jury rigging talents that might come into play. I'm not 100% sure.
How cumbersome is this weapon?
The lightsaber?
Yeah.
It fits in your hand.
I think it's only an encumbrance 1, right? Or lightsabers 1.
Oh.
Okay,
I
never
think
mind
the
then.
forgot what
double-bladed
that meant for a
lightsaber
second,
might be.
sorry.
Mine's a 1. Mine's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's,
okay.
Yeah, it's probably a 1.
So it's fine.
encumbrance, Yeah.
What's the hard points on it?
His is a curved hilt lightsaber, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Standard one's at 5. I don't know about
standards
current
have 5.
Oh, then you're good. You got a lot of hard points.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is going to
Yeah.
consume 1 hard point from your lightsaber. To
Yeah,
make this mod.
that's why I was asking, because
Yeah.
like I can add a hard point if I need to,
Yeah. Oh,
but if he's already got
cool.
5, then
Yeah.
I don't need to,
Yeah.
because that's way more than what my guns have. So you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
figure the curved tilt and the knuckle guard probably would take up 2. Because it's been modified already,
Oh,
so
yeah,
let's say
that's
that.
true. Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
have
so this
that
would be
mod,
your
yeah.
3rd hard point if
Third hard
I
point,
manage
yeah.
this.
I think that would be.
So
should
that
be
and then you
fair.
would still have 2 hard points left. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I was just seeing if I could like add something extra, but like lightsabers are much easier to work with apparently than guns. So
Honestly, it says in the book that lightsabers are actually very simple. There are only a few
Yeah.
main parts, and
Okay.
really just with an on-off switch. The way that they're constructed is not really that difficult. It's just, having the patience and
okay, well I'm gonna upgrade just in cases because why not?
Oh,
I
thank
want
you.
to do something nice for
Okay.
him since he was there for me the other day.
Nice. I feel the balance of the
Mechanics?
Force shifting towards the dark side.
Mm.
Yeah, you're
as,
welcome. Let's see if I can do it. Hey.
All right.
Whoa.
Definitely successful. Unfortunately, in the process, you've broken a couple of your tools. That's what the threat's going to be. So next time you get to a place where you can pick up some new tools, you might need to spend some money to pick up some new ones.
That's fine.
But definitely, it goes without a hitch as far as like the actual pieces on the lightsaber, and it does exactly what you told Yeska it would do.
So I can just do quick draw.
You
On it.
press the switch and it will detach, and it should. I have it set it on a sensor, so when you pull, that's when it ignites. So it's not, if it drops from you by accident, it's not just going to ignite. You have to.
It reminds me of the device we used back on my home planet to cut the small grass around our homes. It's just that you pull it and it ignites.
Well, make sure you hold the button until it ignites. That's the fail switch, so no one gets hurt. It's kind of like a safety feature on guns.
Yes, I like this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right.
Is Dran and Atizo, do either of you have anything in 48 hours that you feel?
Yes, I actually wanted to go talk to Dran.
Okay.
At some point.
So where
kinda
would Tizo find Dran at this time?
Dran's probably meditating in the cargo room right now.
Okay, there you go. Looking over the broken land speeder that's in there. Still, you guys I don't think you guys had time to fix it yet.
Represents the
No.
impermanence of life.
It was so young.
But
Cruel
I would
worlds.
walk in there. Dran, you got a second?
Of course.
I go over and sit down next to him. We had a talk once about being able to come back, redemption from certain things. However, there's one thing that I don't believe anybody can come back from. That's if you are corrupted by the dark side. So I have a favor to ask you. If you see me starting to be corrupted, you see me fall, I'm going to ask you to stop me. That means you have to kill me. It's what I want you to do.
Well, I think I have two thoughts on the matter. First is, of course, I would do that for you. Of course, without hesitation. My other thought is, I'm not convinced I can, but I'll try. And then, not from an emotional standpoint, I don't know that I could take you on one-on-one, Tizo. I'm a little flattered, actually, but...
I think you don't give yourself enough credit. I think you could figure out a way to do it. Even if it's asking for help from other people.
Means a lot to me, thank you. But I believe that you have... I mean, you're strong. I don't see you falling to anything very easily. At least not from what I've seen of you.
We will see.
You've been a bit, I don't know if I dare say, gloomy in the days leading up to this Moraband trip.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because maybe I know more firsthand of what can be corrupted. So, in this place, from what I know, is a very dark place.
So you've felt the lure of the dark side before.
I have. It almost cost me my life at one point, but if you'll have me, I'll just sit here and meditate with you for a while.
Of course, I felt, as you know, I've had my own temptations.
And I just take in a deep breath, close my eyes, and just sit there.
Excellent. So after a hard diagonal dark swipe of the screen, we make our way to the next part of our adventure. You guys, just minutes away from coming out of hyperspace, Raven takes her seat, gets herself comfortable, buckled back in, as you guys hear the computers beeping around as you guys are about ready to exit hyperspace. You do with a jolt, as it seems like it's like you're going super fast, and then all of a sudden you slow down as your face kind of zooms forward in the chairs as you're buckled. And you see a large orange orb of a planet ahead of you. This system, as you're seeing in your computer system that you downloaded, Dran, is the Horicid system. It's named after its star. It consists of a very large asteroid field that happens to be on the opposite side of the planet than you, so you guys have some open space right now. There are 7 moons that surround Moraband. But the system itself is comprised of just a single planet, Moraband itself. And you clearly see the reflection of this orange planet, its left side bathed in the light from the star as you guys start to approach. Navigating through the system is quite easy for Raven. You guys are on the opposite side of the asteroid belt. The moons are clearly visible. The computer systems are working perfectly due to the download from Spintir, the temple. And Raven starts to descend through Moraband's atmosphere. The world's distant star the distance from the star seems to grow. It's already dim light fading into a perpetual night as you're cascading through the dusty, thick fog of the atmosphere. Below you, after busting through the atmosphere through this dusty fog, you notice a barren and bleak landscape of crags, canyons, and desert sands that stretch out in all directions. Broken by massive, listing statues and crumbling ruins. A red pall lies over the entire landscape, a heavy crimson hue that ominously resembles blood. What do you do now?
When we found out that it was on Moraband, did we get any like indication like where on the planet we should go?
Unfortunately, you did not.
Oh,
So
it's on Earth somewhere.
that's
A planet.
that's it. It's on the planet.
Somewhere.
That's
Question.
that's one thing you guys as
Somewhere
players.
on the planet.
Yeah, that's one thing you guys are gonna have to try to figure out a plan for.
Is there a way? I don't know how Star Wars works. I'm just going based off my Starship space games. Can
Yeah.
I scan this planet for beacons or transmissions or any sort of electromagnetic abnormalities? Can I do something like that?
You can absolutely scan using the ship's computers.
Yes!
Absolutely.
I love being a Elite Dangerous player. I know space, I just don't know Star Wars.
Okay, let me double check.
Okay.
I want to make sure. Yeah, here it is. Scanners. Boom. Okay. Okay. Who would like to make the scan check? It's going to be
What-
based off of your computer's skill.
Computers.
Oh, we got
Jan-
some. Jessica needs some more love. So, Jessica, you get 50 credits.
Nice.
Oh, I love you. Who did that?
Tizo, you just got 100 credits from chat.
Oh, well, thank you.
Duran was awarded a player inspiration, so you have a
Wow.
blue
Oh my
boost.
God.
Duran, you
Oh
have a
my
blue boost that you can add to any check during this session.
We're gonna need it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
We're
So
gonna need
make
it.
sure you guys add those to your character sheets, and I'll take those off the boards that way. I
Dr.
can
You're
see-
Y'all
good at
are
computers,
incredible.
right?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, chat.
Okay.
I'm generally technical.
Yeah,
What-
I'll assist Dran with the computers check then.
Okay.
Cool. And Michael, as I've come out of my meditation with Tizo, can I have, in the course of my meditation, sort of done my one with the universe?
Yeah, it requires you to meditate, right? Is that what?
Yeah,
basically-
yeah.
Absolutely.
I have
Yeah,
to make
with
an
you-
astrogation check here.
Okay.
It's an average astrogation check. Oh wow.
Oh, I would say so. I would say you are one with the
Oh,
universe.
shoot.
What does threat do on that?
That's-
Does it
Yeah, I
you
wanna see
suffer
something
strain
Strain?
for that?
Okay, because it's threat.
Lovely.
Instead of me getting one light side pip on all my force checks, I get one dark side pip on all my force checks.
Oh.
On Moraband. On Moraband.
On Moraband.
Oh.
Oh.
You guys are about to meet
Yikes.
Darth Dran.
Hey,
So you're with the universe, just the dark
Dran,
side of you.
Dran,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes up in the future, we're gonna have to revisit this because that's gonna be pretty significant coming up, and I'm gonna you'll find out why. in a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
Well, shoot. Okay.
Well,
So much for
I
everybody
don't
being
have to
light
use the dark
side.
side pip. I generate them. I generate them. I
you
don't
generate
have to
them.
use
You don't have to
them.
use them. That's right.
Shoot. Okay. So, what is it, Raven?
the computers check. Let's scan for abnormalities with electromagnetic. Let's see if we can pick up some signatures, data signatures.
Just a little shaken. Tizo got me in a mood. My meditation went into a dark place.
Oh, well, you get 2 blue boost on this check, because one's from me and one's from me.
Okay. Alrighty. And what kind of risks or difficulty is on this one, Michael?
3 purple. It's a hard check.
Boy. Oh boy.
I mean, it's a big planet.
Yeah. I'm gonna also use my own boost on this one. Make this as likely as we can make it here. Oh.
Ooh!
There you go.
Hey!
Oh, okay.
Good job, Doctor!
Okay.
Okay. So, with 3 successes and 4 advantage, you start to detect on the computers faint signs, faint blips of what it seems like possibly a computer system in low power mode coming from about maybe an hour north from your current location. It seems to be, and with 4 advantage, it seems to be coming from some sort of small spacecraft upon the surface of the planet. And I'll also say with that advantage that it is a relatively older spacecraft.
Raven, what do you make of that?
Strange. It could either mean we're not alone, or it's been long abandoned and it's just been in hibernation mode this entire time. I guess we just keep our heads on a swivel. There could be life forms nearby, we're not sure. I'm gonna start plotting the course in the direction of north,
Okay.
following the beacon signal.
Also with 4 advantage, Dran. This will be helpful coming up forward. The next time that you make an ability check against the fear effect, you will have an upgrade to your check.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay.
So take note of that because I will forget.
Gotcha.
All right. So you guys are making your way towards
Uptown.
towards the north.
Sorry.
You got it. For some reason my thing scrolled up like significantly. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Cool. So, why do you keep doing that? It's
Because
I-
technology hates
because
you.
technology hates me. That's right. My goodness. Good lord.
Gremlins.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
it is. Totally what it is.
Internet
Okay.
gremlins.
So, after honing in, setting the coordinates, you guys make your way flying relatively low, I would say, within the sky. So you can see the red sand in the ground. Definitely a lot of undulation going on, hills, crags, cliffs. All of a sudden there'll be like a canyon that just splits and descends into like utter darkness. Like you have no idea how deep some of these canyons can get. And you're making your way, you'll see old broken down pyramid type structures that look like the stonework is just crumbling everywhere. Statues that seem to be bent in the sand and half fallen over, some of them broken, and the top half of them just crumpled into large piles of stone on the dusty ground as you guys make your way over the surface. It seems like the thick atmosphere blocks a lot of the sunlight here, so it's always like this deep reddish coloration within the sky as you're making your way. Then you notice the blip and you start to slow down and you engage the headlights of the Phoenix, the bright lights that are on the front, and it is indeed a small spacecraft, half buried in the sand. One hatch open. An open droid spot missing. They're with a droid missing. Tizo, this looks awfully familiar. It's very close to that spacecraft that you borrowed to make your way back to the group when you ran into trouble earlier. It's a Delta class. This one looks like it may have been a little bit newer than the one that you had, but still an older model, probably a Delta 7.
Okay. Well,
All right.
this might be where we need to go. It's worth checking out at least.
Let's land, and we will investigate
Yeah,
the ship.
I'm gonna land
Okay.
probably about a mile. What's a kilometer? About a kilometer. I don't know what miles are. I'm like, a mile? How many kilometer? About a kilometer away from the ship.
There you go.
So it's only about a 5 to 10 minute walk tops,
Okay.
and set her down on a flat surface.
Okay. Yeah, so you set it down on a relatively flat surface in the soft sand. You disengage all the systems and kind of shut down the Phoenix.
Landing gear.
And you guys make your way, a soft landing from Raven, and the ramp descends down the bottom of the Phoenix to allow you guys passage onto the planet.
Before we all exit, we should not explore unnecessary areas of this planet. Let's try and keep
Why did we park so far away?
Because I'm not sure who's there.
Could be a trap, you know?
Exactly. My thoughts exactly, John.
I love it.
All right. Well, we will go straight to the ship, you're saying, Tizo. No veering away, no exploring, just go to the ship.
See
what
what we
it is.
can learn. Maybe
Yeah.
download some data.
Okay.
I'm
what we
assuming
can
if
get
the
from there.
ship landed here, there might be some kind of structure nearby, maybe? Like an entrance to something.
Maybe
Hopefully.
tracks that we can follow.
Okay.
So-
You guys so you
All right.
guys make your way to the ship. What would you say your characters would be doing as far as skills related activities that would be beneficial to the group for this endeavor? I'll let you guys kind of decide based on your character strengths what you think your character would most likely do as you guys make your way to this abandoned ship.
We approach cautiously.
Okay.
Yes. I would also I would just keep looking just like out in the distance to make sure
Yeah,
there's no
I'm-
trouble.
I'm
keep
probably
a
gonna
watch.
be using
Okay.
Yeah.
my
a-
scope
keep a-
with my infrared on my helmet,
Okay.
and just kind of be the sniper at the moment, and kind of just keep a lookout.
Okay, with Raven doing that, Tizo, would you want to do something different? Since she's got some benefits of having long range vision.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're doing
You
that
can,
anyway.
you can look the other way.
You can theoretically, if you guys both want to do the same thing, I'd give Raven another blue boost on her check if you were helping her to keep like a lookout.
Ooh.
I would do that.
How about if she's looking out in the distance, I would look for like tracks or like traps, maybe
Okay. Sure.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah, so going
close
closer to the
instead-
ship and then kind of inspecting for tracks
Yeah.
and traps. Okay. What about Duran and Yesko on this?
I think Yeska wants to just like be listening as much as he can. They seem to have the visual stuff on lockdown, and so I just want to be just kind of like echolocating and just like trying to figure out like, is there anything I can hear coming at us?
Echolocating.
Yesko's
As one
making
does.
dolphin noises out on the sand.
Doing clicks.
I love it. That's so good. How about Duran?
Dran's keeping an eye on the team, particularly Tizo, but everybody in general. Just seeing, is anybody sweating? Is anybody shaking, looking sketchy? Just because this is more tense than we've seen before.
I never sweat. I glisten.
Wow. Wowie.
Yeska, take a
That
blue
tracks.
boost on your next roll for glistening.
We're glistening.
Yes.
Glistening blue boost. Wow. Amazing.
Okay.
Would I need to roll for that, like a vigilance or survival check?
Yeah, let's have you roll. Let's have you roll vigilance. Okay. I would like for Dran. I would like you to also. Well, I'll say Dran. You're just checking up on the group, so I'll let you just make a perception check. And Raven, I'm gonna have you make a perception check as well, and you'll have a blue. Well, actually, I'll have Tizo make a. We'll call this, since you're specifically looking for tracks or traps, I'll call this like a survival check for you.
Great.
Okay. Each one of these.
What difficulties are we dealing?
Each one of these is going to be an average difficulty of 2 purple. But since you are on Moraband, all of those checks are upgraded by 1.
Like the difficulty is upgraded?
So you put 2 purple in there,
Yeah,
and
so
then
it
give it 1
transforms
upgrade.
it transforms one of the purple to a red.
It will transform 1 purple into a red. That is correct. Yep.
I'm going to fail these.
Basically, the
Yeah,
whole
I'm gonna
time
fail.
you're on Moraband, there's always a threat of despair on Moraband.
Speaking of despair.
Oh,
Well,
So none of us, or wait, no, Dran did succeed technically.
Hang on, I haven't done
technically
anything.
succeeded.
I'm looking up something.
Dran
With
technically
despair.
succeeded with despair.
Oh, that's bad.
falling behind the party, looking at everyone, flicking my blaster off of safety. Like, yeah.
Okay. You said perception for me?
I believe you did, yes.
Yeah, perception,
Yes,
and with
okay.
whatever, I think your scope might even give you a blue boost too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. So I get a blue boost, 2 purple, 1 upgrade.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see any lit up recent footprints?
Oh god.
Oh no.
I mean, nope.
Oh.
But I have
Wow.
advantage.
We're doing great.
This is fine.
We're doing
Planet,
so
I
good.
told you this
We're doing
planet.
so good.
Yikes. Big
Oh
yikes.
boy. Oh boy.
Big
So
yikes.
let's try to.
I think this planet
Michael's like,
let's try to resolve
yes,
all
it's
this.
time.
this planet is not as bad as Cato Neimoidia, but it's close.
It's pretty fucking close.
Pretty close.
Okay. So, Tizo, as you're looking around,
Yeah.
you're walking around the ship. You're looking for footprints. It's really tough. I mean, there's just the wind looks like it constantly blows here. It's kind of like, imagine being on a beach where the wind is always blowing. It's really hard to find any tracks. I mean, you see bumps in the sand, but you're like, those could be tracks. Those could be little sand dunes. I mean, it's just really difficult. You walk around the other side of the ship. You're looking for traps, and then you hear, over here. And you turn around really quick. There's nothing there. And then you go about your business again and you hear, turn around.
Turn around.
Nothing.
God.
And you just stand there for a moment.
Do you all hear any whispers, or are you all whispering? Turn
Yeah,
around.
does Yeska hear anything?
Not currently.
No, I hear nothing, and I'm paying extra close attention to the hearing.
I hear white noise of the wind, if it's one hearing.
I just kind of like rub my eyes for a second.
You good, Tizo?
I don't think there's gonna be any tracks here in the sand, unfortunately.
I'm not seeing much either.
Tizo, mechanically, you suffer 1 point of strain and 1 point of conflict.
Oh,
that threat.
great.
Yikes.
This fight is gonna be great for me.
Now we go to Dran's roll.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Oh,
Okay, Dran. So,
yeah.
Hey, Duran.
you are very successful at keeping an eye on the group. And you see Tizo, like, all of a sudden, like, turning around and, like, looking around. You see Raven, look like she's struggling, looking through this scope, like, to get any kind of visual. You hear my phone.
Your Siri.
Siri.
You hear Siri activating your complex, and you're like, stop it, not right now.
It's like, what are you doing to
Not
me?
now.
Damn cybernetic implants.
Stop.
That's your despair right there, Siri. So yeah, it's not going well, Dran. You can feel like the minute you got out of the ship, like things were not favorable. I mean, it just feels like things are falling apart even before you get started, and then you start to panic a little bit. You start to sweat. Oh, I can't believe why did I suggest we come here? We could have went somewhere else. We could have went to Zorn and helped out
Zorn.
Admiral Akbar. We could have went to Mandalore and tried to get Raven some new armor, and you start to your heartbeat starts to pound a little bit quicker, and you start to get this anxious moment, keeping an eye on all your friends, and you kind of lose it yourself.
Do I notice him having this kind of panic attack?
Well, right now you guys are all like doing your own individual things, so it's kind of like in the process, all this is happening at once. So here's what happens.
You go crazy and start shooting at
My
me.
heart's pounding. I don't like this.
Because of a despair coming up on Moraband, it actually has a bigger impact than just one player.
Oh,
It
no.
actually
Oh,
affects the whole team.
Oh, no.
Everyone
Sorry.
suffers 3 strain and gains
Oh.
3 conflict points
Jesus.
because of
Jesus
Dran's
Christ.
despair. As you guys, and Yeska, that's about the time you notice him freaking out, and it kind of causes you to have a moment. And you guys are all kind of having these, oh, this is not going well. Raven, you are unsuccessful at seeing anything out there. I mean, sometimes you'll see it.
Because they're making a ruckus behind me, and I'm just like, I'll lose where I'm looking. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, shit, I already looked here. Where?
They're distracting you and causing this commotion. You also notice that like the minute you start to like look off in the distance, there's looks like a dust storm like way off in the distance that your scope can pick up. Your scope's pretty long range, I would assume.
Yeah.
You can pick it up really far away.
Sniper.
This is gonna be terrible. And there's just that idea that you got going on in your head, and just keeps on being amplified by some force. Something is pressuring you to feel anxious. It's feeling you got this anxious feeling. It's causing you to lose your focus. But you do have 3 advantage. How could we say that these failures have made it an advantage?
I think because I can physically see Dran is losing it, I acknowledge that I myself am, and that like I see like almost like a black mirror. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna use the 3 advantage to get rid of the strain.
There you go.
And just channel my inner discipline.
Nice. Yeah, so you can immediately take away those 3 strain that
So I just
Dran
take a
earned for
really
you.
big deep breath. Just a big exhale and kind of just lower my gun, realizing that this sandstorm's not going to allow me to do much here, so.
Sure. Is anybody...
All right.
Okay, I would say that Tizo is probably the closest to the ship at this point. Is anybody else getting closer? Does anybody else want to do anything around the ship? It's up to you. Oh, Tizo, you've just been awarded an inspiration from chat. So you can add.
I saw that.
You can have a blue boost, and I was also awarded an inspiration, so I can add a blue
Oh, no.
blue deuce.
Boo.
Why?
Blue
No,
boost.
why?
Oh no.
Because he's making us all anxious successfully.
Yeah.
Because the anxiety is there.
He's killing it with
Ugh.
setting the mood right now. That's
Yeah.
why. I approve.
The anxiety.
We should hurry up. Get to that ship.
Yeah, let's make this.
Get outta here.
computers. Yeah.
Dran, do you think you can check the onboard computer to see if it was like heading here specifically?
Brilliant idea.
I'll go in first. Dram close behind me. Can the other two just stay and watch our back? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try and clear the ship so Dran can get to the computers.
This is a one-seat ship, by the way.
That's fine.
I know it's not.
I don't need to sit
no.
down. I just need to make sure that there's no one in here before he walks in here.
Or like a
Trap
friggin'
or something.
spider in there or something.
Spiders, you know.
So I'm gonna remain outside of this small ship and just like facing out, keeping a watch in case anything's gonna come at us unexpectedly.
Okay, sure. So Duran and Raven going closer to the ship. It looks like a Delta 7. The front half of it's buried in the sand. So you can't really get a good view of the front half, but you can see the cockpit is just hanging wide open. It's covered in dirt and dust. Looks like it's been sitting here for quite a long time.
Any signs of a space battle? Like, is it all scored up, or did it look like it?
Go ahead and make let's call this vigilance. I'll do a vigilance check on this one.
Seriously? Seriously? Seriously?
Honey! Please!
Put me back on the ship. Put me in the brig.
Let's see.
I'm already at 7th strain.
We need to...
Remember, can't you roll cool at the end of an encounter?
Okay,
Oh,
so here's what
Jesus.
there's another option for me on despair. So I'm going to use that other option this time.
Oh, okay.
Basically, what I need you to do, Dran, is you automatically flip a light side destiny point over to me
Oh.
for that despair. So I'm up to 7 now. Thank you.
Yikes.
As
This is not
you're
good.
successful.
I
at
did
looking-
succeed.
You did succeed.
MG, don't touch
Um,
those dice.
You do see, as you're kind of pulling away from the, like, down below, you're starting to dig some of the sand away. You do notice that the ship definitely did have a crash landing. But there's no signs of, like, blaster marks or anything that would indicate that this was in some sort of space confrontation. Your best guess maybe is that when this ship was entering the atmosphere, it might have came down into an area that had one of those dust or sandstorms taking place, and it made for a hard landing, difficult area because they couldn't see and they were trying to focus on the computers.
Did they
guiding them
even
down.
deploy the landing gears? Like, is it just like flat in?
It's kind of flat in. It almost looks like it just kind of embedded itself into this place. Now, it does look like that the damage was contained to the front of the vessel. Like, it must have been going pretty slow when it hit. So they were aware that they were landing, they just didn't know how close the ground was to them. So
Okay.
kind of like one of those moments.
Doctor, check the computers if you can.
All right, I'm gonna hop in the cockpit and see if it still turns on. See if the computer's available.
Okay. So the computer is in kind of like a low power mode. It's almost like when the ship shut down, it kind of turned mostly everything off, and there's a little bit of power like going to the computer. So if you wanted to try to boot it up and access it, you still think you could access the computer. It seems like the engine systems and everything to function this ship are going to be offline, just because of the damage.
Gotcha. Computer's all we need. Yeah.
Yep. So you kind of come in. I would like you to make a computers check for me. Okay.
What's the likelihood of getting 3 despairs in a row?
Do you want help?
Mathematically.
I can help you.
Don't
Yeah,
I don't-
maybe.
that's not going to cancel out a despair, though.
My
I know,
dude.
but I'll give you a boost. I'll help
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
I'll look over your shoulder while
Raven's
you're doing
gonna help.
this.
Don't press that
Oh,
button.
that always helps with computers.
Not that one. Not
Yeah.
that
Someone
one.
looking over your shoulder.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm being a backseat driver. Oh,
Well,
Okay. Well,
Well,
not
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
it's a
info.
thing.
it's better than the last
Mhm.
2 rolls, I would think. No,
Mhm.
no successes on this one. Yeah, you're having a difficult time pulling data. This is an older computer system,
Mhm.
damaged. It's just really tough, but you feeling a little bit more relaxed. How would you like to spend your advantage?
Well, could we say that? Could I spend my advantage to say that like this isn't? I haven't like got us shut out of the systems here. That maybe someone else could give it a try to see if they could find something, or
Could we try downloading it to the Phoenix and see if the Phoenix could
Sure,
maybe?
oh,
you could do that with his advantage. Yeah.
Because it
Cool.
might be that there's not enough power, so we can't
Yeah.
read it.
Brilliant.
But if we could download it, maybe there's enough power to read it.
Brilliant.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay.
'Cause
So,
we need to find something. We've landed here already.
and because that
So
I
does that mean that someone will go back and get the ship and bring it back, or what? How do we do this?
I mean, yeah, probably. I'll have to bring the ship closer.
you guys know that they're in the ships, they have kind of like how airplanes have like a black box on them.
Mm.
They have like
You can just
a
yank the hard drive.
yeah. You could kind of like yank the hard drive and then take it and kind of
Yeah,
you
let's
know,
do that then.
hardwire
Cool.
it
Let's
to
take
the-
the
let's take the black
ship's
box.
computers, you know?
Black box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's jack this. Let's jack the radio and
Okay.
we'll see what we got.
Who would like to make the
Yeah.
mechanics check to release it?
That would probably be me,
Uh-huh.
huh? Yeah.
I
that's
do have a
me.
toolkit. I have a fresh toolkit that she,
Okay,
with me
okay.
that she
Yes,
could borrow.
please.
that she could
Yes,
borrow.
because I have broken. Some of my tools are broken. So if you
And
could
I-
lend
yeah.
me your tools, that would be.
And I would try to
lovely.
help. I would, because I've got some expertise on handing the right tool at the right time, or
All
just
right,
knowing where to
alright,
shine the
alright.
light.
Okay, so you
You
get
What's
you get a boost for the toolkit and a boost for Duran's
Alright.
help, and this is going to be
All right.
average check with 1 upgrade.
Two.
You got 2 purple
One
with 1
upgrade.
upgrade. All checks on Moraband are upgrade once.
All right.
Mm.
Hey.
There you go. Look at that. So with ease, Raven takes a couple moments. She turns on the little light that's on her Mandalorian helmet, and she's able to kind of focus in and detach this, basically the external hard drive unit, the black box.
There we go.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
All right,
yes.
that's better.
She's like thinking like, do I clip the red wire or the blue wire?
Always blue. Always blue. You know.
You do have an
Oh,
advantage.
blue.
You do have 1 advantage to spend if you'd like to spend it on anything that you need it for.
I'll just push it forward to whoever needs it.
Okay, cool. Boost forward. So you remove this. You guys make your way back about a kilometer to the Phoenix, and
It's roughly half a mile, I think.
okay,
Math.
sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's 2.2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's some
Like
kind of
half-
weird,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird number. It's like half,
Weird
less
number.
than half a mile
Yeah.
back.
So you guys
Like a
make
5-10 minute walk.
you make your way back to the Phoenix. Patching it into the system doesn't really require you guys to make a roll or do anything like that. You do discover that this was the vessel of an individual named Suljo Warde. It actually has his name on this vessel.
Noted.
Was here.
And it's crash landed roughly about 2 days after the time that you guys would have put the time frame that he left Cato Neimoidia. So he came straight here in this vessel. And one thing you guys would have noticed too, probably while you were getting out of the ship, there was probably along the side of the seat an old dark stain. What you would recognize as old blood. hmm
Oh, that he was wounded on the way in.
He was wounded on the way
Already.
here. Yep.
Couldn't have lasted long.
But as far as like, as soon as like the computer basically shut off at that moment, so there's no actual any other like footage or any other storage on this other than the fact that it shows that someone clearly knew the coordinates here because they punched them into the computer. They were brought here, and then it was just like the ship was here. And that's really all the computer systems on the ship would probably tell you. They do indicate that the ship had left Cato Neimoidia, so you would get that as well.
All right.
You had to go
So-
somewhere close.
Yeah, it's in the vicinity.
When you
If he was
scanned the
wounded,
planet,
he would have needed a place to rest and have medical care.
well, he came here to die. So.
Are
did
there
you-
any kind of cave systems nearby where one could seek shelter?
Well, let's
That's what
find
I
out.
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask
I'm
about the
going to
ant.
like fly the ship up above so I can get an aerial scan to see
Okay.
if I can
Are you guys gonna like fly around
Fine.
the area here and see what else is available? Okay.
yeah, see if I can do like
Yeah, just
pings and
See if
see
we
if
can
like
kind of aerially map
yeah,
the
Okay.
area.
Okay. Yeah,
cave
sure.
system structures.
structures, cave systems.
Okay. Who's gonna go ahead and roll for the scan? Are you guys gonna do computer scans? I think somebody said they were gonna do a computer.
Come on, doctor.
I will aid him in the computer
Like
check.
sweating on the computer.
You've done so well so far. You got this.
Average.
Computer's working
difficulty.
so hard that every drop of sweat like puffs into steam.
Yep. I'm assuming this is average, Michael, unless you've got another idea.
Yeah, average with the. Remember, it's a
With
one
the
upgrade.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Well.
You go.
That's pretty good. That's really good. Do you have anything in
Let's-
particular you'd like to spend the 2 advantage on?
Is there any way we can get richer data about whatever we happen to scan here?
Mm-hmm.
Or some guesses as far as some,
Sure. I'll say that. As you guys are moving about, you're getting some computer scans. What is strange about this is that every once in a while, you'll get that static line that seems to slowly move from the top down on the computer screen. And then, like, the computer will just, like, have a little moment where it just glitches out and then comes back on. And then it'll run that, like, static line back down through again.
Are we being jammed or something?
Glitches out. Doesn't look like, usually when you're jammed, it just kind of like almost like completely statics out.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of
yeah.
for a time. This is faint but present. You don't get really any signs of life whatsoever on these computer glitches. It's almost as if like these or this planet is just desolate. And you're not really getting any signal. Moving ahead, you do find what looks to be maybe some type of ruined village that starts to kind of blip up on the computer scans. And Raven, it's hard to see out the cockpit, but you can kind of see where there might be some statues or some tall pillars that seem to climb into the sky as you're making your way.
You're muted, Christy. If that's a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start, I guess, heading that direction.
Okay.
I guess you could imagine someone could have limped away from a wreck toward the shelter of statues.
Right, we're looking.
Yeah, as you get closer,
Does it like offer cover?
As you get closer, you realize that there used to be. It seems like there's some ruined structures here. It's not just statues.
All right,
there's
that's
a
more
few-
promising.
There's a few pillars that seem to ascend rather tall into the sky, maybe about 100 feet into the sky, that seem to be carved with intricate markings into them. You see all these mystical cloaked kind of statues all around. Looks like celebrating a culture that once thrived here. Stone structures that seem to be crumpled, damaged, ruined. You do see some that still have some retaining some of their roof structure, but a lot of this place is just definitely ruined. No signal of any life forms, but there are definitely places here that could be used as a place of refuge. Some of them seeking it.
Alright, I will set it down, see what we can find here, I guess.
Okay. Are you
Corpse.
where exactly would you like to land in this like village area? There's like a center, like looks like an open place in the center where you could land right in the middle, or you could land kind of on the outside of it. There seems to be multiple places you could put the phoenix down around here.
And you said that, like, the computer scanner and my head scanner isn't picking up life forms at all.
Nothing.
Alright, let's just set her down.
Would they
into the
pick up
one.
electronic signatures like droids in those scans, or is that a whole
Um,
different thing?
They would, but you're not getting any.
Any of that either? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just set her down in the center then, might as well.
Okay. Yeah, so you send it down into the center, and you guys lower the ramp. And it's about this time as you guys are getting off the ramp that you notice that it's not a very brightly lit planet, but you notice the light is starting to get a little bit dimmer outside. So you're thinking that you're not really sure how much of this so-called daylight you may have left. It's not much of it if you want to consider it.
Do we have means to see in the dark if it gets darker from here?
I mean, I do.
Any glow sticks in the cargo? Glow rods?
Do you have our
I mean, my
lightsabers?
helmet's pretty decked out.
Dran, there would be
And
four.
I can see in the infrared if I need to.
There'd be 4 glow rods in the Phoenix.
There you go, is that helpful?
Let's take these glow rods with us. Yeah.
You have to warn me, I was not ready.
Ready?
Yeah, so I guess we exit the ship. I'll take one of the glow rods also.
Okay. So, describe to me what your characters are doing in this situation. What would you guys each like to do?
Freaking out.
Where's the freak out button?
I don't know. I guess Tizo's walking for just ahead and
Okay.
just trying to be unseen
Jessica's gonna
if
follow,
possible.
and he's just very wary about this whole place. He just gets a very bad vibe.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Tizo, if you're trying to be sneaky as you're going about.
Okay.
Duran, Raven, what would you guys be doing? Seems like yes.
Could I be assisting him in that stealth check because I'm with him?
Well, you can make your own if you'd like, if you want to go with him and
Oh.
kind of looking around.
2
What's the
purple and an
difficulty on
upgrade,
that?
right?
2 purple with an upgrade. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
Let me upgrade you.
it's Mosian.
just strutting,
Nope.
you know?
Let me see. 2 threat. See, this planet has a little bit different rules when it comes to threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing combat rolls. I'm going from shadow to shadow.
Combat rolls. Yeah, you're pretty stealthy, Yeska, but you feel like you just look to your left a little bit. You do feel almost as if like there's someone next to you, but there's no one there. And then you look over your shoulder behind you and you feel like there's somebody breathing on your neck. But when you turn around, there's no one there. You're just looking back at the ship, looking at Raven standing up there in the top of the ramp, and Dran kind of walking around the ship, kind of gauging his next maneuver. It feels like there are people standing all around you. Like you're in the middle of a crowd of people, Yeska, but no one is there.
I want to do a thing.
Okay.
I don't always use my force powers, but I do have sense.
Oh!
So I'm gonna sense all living things within a short range, including sentient and non-sentient beings.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I think you just roll. Do you roll your amount of force dice to see if that, and then see how many force points you generate? I believe that's how sense works.
It says the user may spend force die to sense the current emotional state of one living being or one living target with whom he is engaged. I don't know what that means though.
That means like if you are right next to a creature, you can use your force sense to judge like what its emotional state is. Like, for instance, if you're like engaged with a beast, something that you can't communicate with, or a species you can't communicate with, it's a way for the force to communicate emotions. Like you can get a feel.
It's
for
hungry.
Yeah. It's hungry. like for instance, when in the newer movies, when Rey was with that snake. And they all wanted to shoot it, but she was like, no, it's hurt. Because she could sense
No,
that it was
it's
hurt.
just a cool looking snake.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
That snake looked awesome.
That did.
All right, so it's just I just roll. There's no difficulty attached to it?
Yeah, you just roll however many force die you have. I don't know what your force rating is right now. For your character.
I've got 2.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 2 force dice. So up in your top section, you'll roll those 2, and you generated 2 dark
black.
side. So you can expend them. But here's what I'm also gonna tell you: that anytime you use a dark side force point on Moraband, you suffer double the strain and double the conflict.
We got nothing else to go on.
Do it.
I think I have to.
Okay.
All right. So how much strain and how much conflict is that to flip
The
light
both?
side?
Yeah, you have to flip one of your light side destiny points over to me. In order to expend them. You can spend both of them. I think the second one will allow you to enhance it. If you have more of your force tree, like you can either upgrade it or with additional force points.
I think that's what the enhancement was, when you're able to like judge one, like you're able to sense all the creatures, but if you focus on one, you can sense what they're feeling.
Okay. We can also.
I think that's the upgrade. But you don't
I
have to
think
use the upgrade.
that one is just the other. You get to choose. It's like I have heal and harm in one thing, and that one you could either like vibe or vibe.
Oh, got you.
Maybe
So he's vibing. Not vibing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. he's vibing on a whole another plane. We got you.
I just want to just like echolocate.
So I don't think you need to use both. I think you can only use just
like
one.
see what is in the area.
Okay, so the user may spend a force point to sense all living things within short range, including sentient or unsentient. So that takes 1 point to do that. So there's also something like there's control, which is the next one down, which says you can spend another force point, and user senses that you can sense the current thoughts of one target within range in which you engage. So like you can read their thoughts,
Right,
and
no.
you get to spend more points.
I don't have that. I just want to know what's nearby.
Okay. So as you
So
are
just one.
focusing,
So-
so just one. So you're going to take 2 strain and 2 conflict as you spend the 1. And also, the way this works on Moraband is anytime you make a force power check on Moraband, so since you see you have 2 black dots on your roll, it always adds and generates another black force point. So technically you rolled 3, but they're 3 dark side. So they're available to you if you'd like them, but you have to take the conflict and the strain to use them. So it's kind of like
I
the dark
think I'll
side
just
way
do
of
one.
saying, here, of course you can use your force powers. Please do. I would love for you to use them.
I just want to flip over one of those.
You got it. So you
black
get a
ones.
sense as you are focusing and looking around. Gosh, there is something here. It's hard to specifically pinpoint it. But you look over to the dark places, the dark shadows of some of the statues that you see. And you could swear for a second you saw 2 red glowing eyes staring back at you, Yeska. You're being watched. Not just by one, but by many. You get the ping of...
So how
you get this feeling that
how
there's
far
at
away?
least...
Oh.
There's at least 8 beings within short range of you, lurking in the deepest, darkest shadows that you just can't seem to see.
Get back on the ship. Go home. Been here.
You know, Mandalore's looking kind of good right now.
Yeah. Let's go deal with the
This-
Empire.
Yeah, let's go deal with Mandalore.
Yeah.
Okay. So since I've kind of force echolocated that there are 8 possible hostiles, how far away are Tizo and I from the ship?
I'd say within medium
Like
range.
a couple of paces
Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 25. Well, I would say maybe like 30 to 50 feet. I mean, you didn't walk too far.
Okay.
This
I'm
all
staying.
So I
this,
will-
this escalated quickly. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
Doesn't it always?
So I'm going to bend down and pretend to work at the laces of my boot and go, Tizo, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure. Walk
No,
over.
come here. Take a look at this boot. Do you think I need new boots? And then I'm gonna whisper to him like, okay, we have, and I like kind of give him the down low of what I sensed,
Okay.
and then I'm going to kind of squawk my comm mic that I know that the doctor and Raven probably have on, and they're gonna kind of look over at me, and I'm gonna like do military sign to Raven, hoping that she picks it up. That we're surrounded.
Are these Chiss military signs?
These are. They can't be anything else. Like they definitely are Chiss military signs. However, I'm hopeful that they will be like understandable enough.
Well, I think on instinct, when you squawk your mic, Raven instantly knows something's wrong. And then she sees you gesturing wildly, and she's like, I can vaguely get... I don't know how many, but I know there's a problem. We're
Is
probably...
he suggesting to go outside?
You're not sure how subtle
He's
Yeska's being right
hungry,
now, but he's like
He's got
baseball signals. He's telling you
wants
to
me to
steal home
steal
base.
I just press into the comm like, I'm assuming there's a problem? How many?
8.
I just pull up my gun, standing on the ramp, just waiting.
Yeah.
Yes, how about we try to communicate if we can
With each other or with?
with our friends that are apparently surrounding us?
I'm not so certain that they are friends. My senses tell me they are not very happy to see us.
Maybe they can point us in the right direction. And we will leave their village.
I think we should rejoin the Doctor and Raven before we do this. I do not want to be separated in the middle of a fight. And then, like, kind of loudly to anyone that could hear, okay, we are all going back to the ship now. And kind of like,
Okay.
like
And
just kind of
everything's
going back
fine.
slowly.
And you see-
Everything's fine. What a lovely planet. Yes,
He's so subtle. He's so subtle.
Oh,
might build summer home here.
As Yeska and
And I
Tizo-
kind of hustle back.
And as they're hustling, it's strange. You're hustling, but that sun is rapidly going down over top of some mountains behind you. And that dark shadow of that mountain looks like it's racing you to the ship. Like it's like that crawling shadow as that sun begins to descend is making its way towards the ship as you guys are walking. You just like feel the darkness. And then Dran, you're looking out there and
So like as we're
Raven-
getting closer,
Yeah,
We
you're
see
watching the shadow on the ground. The sun is
I
going
jump into the
down.
cockpit. I'm
the
starting
Yeah, so
up.
it's like-
I'm starting up.
as we're getting
Oh my
closer,
God.
you can kind of faintly hear him over the mic, like maybe the mic's malfunctioning a little bit. It's like, Art, start the ship, start the ship.
Way ahead of you.
Raven and Dran, that's when you see coming out from between some of the ruined buildings behind Yeska and Tizo. The best way to describe them is massive Wolverine type creatures with elongated claws made of complete shadow with
No.
beaming red eyes start booking out into the main street where they are kind of chasing behind both Tizo and Yeska as the shadow
Bump
creeps
this.
closer. What do you do?
I'm starting.
Starting it?
I'm starting
Okay.
the engines.
Here- Here's what I'd like to do. I want everybody to do me a favor.
Okay.
I need an initiative roll because they're not out of harm's way just yet. Neither are you.
Okay.
So what is this
Initiative?
check?
I would say because of Yeska's warning, you guys can roll cool. Okay.
Awesome. Great.
yes.
Start the ship. Start the ship.
Okay, I need to go ahead and do this. Oh, they are considered rivals, so that means they all rolled their own
Oh,
initiative.
great.
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6, 7.
Phantasmal beast.
God. Okay. I'm going to attempt to use the light side, to up a success on the initiative.
Okay, perfect. Do you just
We'll
roll
see
a
if it
force
works.
Is that a
dice?
thing?
I think I just roll force dice and see if it works.
Okay. And we automatically add a dark side to this as well. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so me and let's give it to whoever rolled the 0. So the 0 becomes a 1, and what did I roll?
Oh.
And the 1-3 becomes a 2-3.
1-3 becomes a 2-3. Okay, I'll
Yep.
change that if it will allow me. Come on, computer. Okay, fine. We'll do
Nice.
it the old-fashioned way. So we got a 2. Oh no, that's not a 2. 2, 3. So that becomes a 2.
So I've basically
And the PC became
just...
a 1-1. Is that what you were gonna do with the other PC?
Yeah, the PC became a 1-1. Yep,
Okay,
because
got it.
that seems better than...
Yeah, better than
Mhm.
0-1. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So let's descending order.
So I
these.
used... Do I need to do conflict or anything because I used 2 of my light side, or is everything good?
No, if you use light side, you're fine.
Awesome.
Oh, it's only when you use dark side. that
Only
you have
when
to
I use
worry
the dark. Okay.
about, those other things. So let me reorder
Cool.
these and how they line up. The PC 1-1 always goes in front of an NPC 1-1. So we gotta put that there. So that's
Ties go to the PC. Is what you're
ties
saying?
always go to the PCs. So that's good. That's not a bad initiative, guys.
Yeah.
So we have a PC in the first slot. It looks like it still looks like Yeska and Tizo have 2 maneuvers before they can successfully get to the Phoenix.
So they should go first?
Mm-hmm.
I want to kind of urge Tizo on, and I am going to use one of my maneuvers to get a bit further,
Okay.
and then draw my blaster, quick draw, and shoot like just the nearest
Okay.
baddie.
Perfect. We'll say the one on the right seems to be a little bit closer to you.
Brave.
So
All right, so that's
this is
how
technically
many
this is
purple and an upgrade.
it's going to be technically, so you moved up a little bit, so it's going to be 2 purple dice as your difficulty, and 1 upgrade for Moraband.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to spend a dark side point and upgrade it 1 more time for you, because I got a lot of those to spend.
Okay.
Oh wait 1 second.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second before you make that
Oh,
roll.
there's. Oh wait. But wait, there's
Wait.
more.
There's more. Where is this? I guess it's not on here. I thought it was. Let me see. Nope. Okay. Never mind. I was wrong.
Okay. Here we go.
Nice.
Nice. That is. Oh, you had accurate 1 on that. You should have added a blue boost. Go ahead and roll a blue boost to that. It's
Oh.
an accurate 1.
My bad. I forgot about that.
See if that helps you out any. Maybe get rid of those. It gets rid of the
Oh.
threat. That's perfect.
Woo!
Nice. That's significant. So
Yeah, so I'm just lining up. I push him and then just kind of turn and just at the nearest one.
Okay. As you pull out the gun and you're running and firing basically at the same time. You hold still, you fire. You hit this one right in between those glowing red eyes, and you watch as the shadow itself just seems to dissipate and cling and crawl into the shadow of one of the other sides of one of the other structures and just disappears.
Oh, structure.
All right.
And
And I still have
you could spend
one more maneuver
you could
until
spend
the
two.
ship.
Well,
I
you could
I
you could spend
strain.
2 strain and get to the ship.
I think I will.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
So basically, you're running up the ramp, and you're at the top of the ramp on the ship at the end of this turn. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. That brings
Well,
us to the next PC.
I'm going to follow
Okay.
and just use my action to maneuver to move
Okay.
to get to the ship.
Okay.
I will ignite my lightsaber though, as I'm standing on the ramp still. So just in
Okay.
case something does get on board.
Okay. Perfect. You're standing your ground, bringing us to another PC.
Everyone's on the ship.
We're on the ramp,
Mhm.
yeah.
They're on the
Well,
ramp.
you're all on the ramp.
Mhm.
That's all I need to know. I start lifting off.
Okay. I would say that it would cost you a maneuver to engage the ramp, or are you going to leave the ramp down?
Well, they're all standing on the ramp, right?
They're at the top of the ramp.
So if I... Oh, they're on the top of the ramp?
Yeah, they're just like looking out, seeing these things like charging towards the ship, following the shadow as the sun goes down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start... Yeah, I will engage the ramp because I want these boys on the gunnery not using their stuff. So
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
I will engage the ramp and lift off.
Okay, sure.
I make a rude gesture at these things as we close the ramp.
Raven, I'd like you to make a piloting space check for me for this, because you're piloting a
All right.
space vessel under strenuous
sir.
circumstances.
Yes, sir.
This is going to be an average check.
I thought, Michael, quick question. I thought that only meant for piloting while in space.
I think it's based on the vessel and what the vessel is capable of. For example, like
Okay.
swoop bikes in your land speeder would be piloting.
I'm only
planetary.
slightly better at planetary and space for me are almost neck and neck. So
Yeah,
I'm not.
they're based on
that
the same
bothered.
characteristic, so whether it just depends on your ranks, really. I think the same characteristic runs
Okay.
pretty much both of them.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
agility.
in theory, I could
Yeah.
upgrade the brain.
Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'll look through it too and just get a better clarification on it too.
Okay, so it's 2 purple and an upgrade.
An upgrade, and you know what? Because I got a ton of them, I'm gonna go ahead and use a dark side. Pass it over to you. It was all those.
So that's 2 upgrades.
Perfect.
2 upgrades.
So 2
there's
purple, 2 upgrade.
Yep. So 2 nice red dice, with always the opportunity of despair to pop up.
Then can I use... This is different. I want to use a story point to say that I've been practicing and use my experience to upgrade my skill. Can I do that?
Do you have a talent
Instead of-
that allows you to do that? Because I think there's talents
don't
that
know.
allow you to flip a story point for something like that.
I have no idea.
You probably
don't
I think
think
we
so.
always flip a story point to upgrade a roll.
Yeah.
I mean, we
flip-
can upgrade a roll.
Yeah. You can flip a destiny point to upgrade.
Okay, I will upgrade then.
Yeah, you can flip it.
Did I
flip
roll
it
it?
back
No, I did
over?
not.
Yeah, because you can always flip it back if I flip. It's just if you don't have any to flip at the start of the turn, then you technically don't have one. You can't immediately
Okay.
flip one that I flip back to you like the same turn.
Oh, so I can't do it right now?
No, you can, because you had some. At
But
the
just
beginning
not
of
the
turn.
one. Like, if we had 0 and he flipped 1, we could not immediately flip it
You
back.
couldn't use that
Oh,
one back.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No
gotcha,
tag
gotcha.
backs.
Yeah, no
Okay,
tag
I
backs.
understand.
Yeah, that's right.
No tag bags. Yeah, okay. Alright, space. Let's go.
Oh god.
What?
Oh my stars.
What?
How does this even work?
There's a lot to
succeed
process
so
here.
good!
Yeah, there's a lot to
There's a lot
process
to
here.
process here.
What would you like to spend that advantage point on before I begin?
Taking away the despair?
No, it's only right.
That's not in the rules.
Well, it could be.
That must be.
Oh,
That must be in the supplement
Maybe-
that you wrote.
maybe you could- Maybe you could jostle. Maybe you could jostle the ship in just the right way so that, like, we can fall towards the
Gunneries.
Jeffries tubes to get us in the gunnery.
Yeah, yeah. The inertia
It's a Star
makes
Trek
them
reference,
fall
sorry.
closer to the gunneries, so they don't have to move as much.
I would say you could do that, but you could do it to only one of them because of the only a single advantage.
All right, I'll give it to Yesko. This
All
is
right.
his idea.
Yeska, well, what I'll say is you're like a maneuver closer to where you need to be to be seated in the gunnery. You definitely succeed in taking off and getting out of range from where you think that these creatures might be able to impact you if they were able to like jump or like cling to the ship. You're not really sure. You just see these things kind of charging towards you.
fly now?
So you take off. It's strange though. It's almost as if you see parts of shadow like clinging to the sides of the cockpit.
Oh no.
And as you're taking off, they seem to almost like be scraping across the glass, almost like the shadows taking physical form and going like scraping across the
Windshield
glass.
wipers.
Yeah.
Windshield wipers! Wipers! Get it off!
Engages the windshield wipers with an incidental. And it's,
Get off my ship!
and all this panic taking place.
Get off my plane!
I need all three of you to suffer all four of you to suffer 3 strain and 3 conflict for the despair.
I'm sorry. Oh no.
But the good news is you're lifted off and you're a good bit off of the ground where it seems like these creatures seem to be making their way. I'm going to shift over to NPC turns. Basically, they're using their whole turn to get where the ship used to be. And one actually tries to launch itself into the air. But doesn't have capabilities of being able to reach. So it kind of claws towards the ship and then lands back down onto the ground. The other NPCs are going to do the same thing. There's another PC turn, last PC to go. If you'd like to take an action.
Duran.
Sure. I guess, can I run from the ramp to the co-pilot spot?
Sure, that would be in a maneuver to do that.
That'll be maneuver. Okay, and then, I will try to, jack into one of the laser turrets.
Okay.
We'll try the ventral one.
Yeah, the only one that's going to be able to fire at these creatures is going to be the one on the underside of the ship. Your top one's not going to be able to fire down.
Cool. I'm going to go ventral, and I'm going to try to take a shot at the nearest one, that one that had arrived and was trying to jump up and get us.
Sure. Yeah. So that's going to be...
Okay, so now, how's it attacking from a ship to a creature? Is that...
I'm going to say it's just going to range band, and for that range band, it's going to be 1 purple dice. It's still going to have 1 upgrade because of it being
upgrade,
Moraband.
yeah.
Right?
1 upgrade. But
Alrighty.
a ship's cannon against a creature... Every 1 wound is equal to 10.
Yep. And I am going to try to hope that the light side is on my side here. Where did I do that? I did something wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to find it. And I am almost there. And yeah, use light side. Cool.
Oh, there you
So that way we have a little...
Nice.
Yep. May the force be with me. And then I'm going to fire this thing. Okay!
Oh, that's a success.
Good thing. All right, so just...
That does 70 points, 70 wounds to this creature as
Read that thing.
these massive cannons fire from the ship, blasting down. That shadow just is engulfed in the darkness of the red dust, and you don't see it anymore.
I kind of lean back in the chair, like, and turn.
Okay, what would you like to do with the 2 advantage? Anything?
Nice shot.
Can I say that with that advantage, I've got the targeting computers kind of like aligned that the next person to try to take a shot is going to have a better go at it?
Yeah, blue boost.
So
to the next
once I
person.
get down into the gunnery seat, it'll already be aimed up. Is what you're saying?
We lost
Yeah.
Oh, we lost
teaser.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll jump in here in a moment.
He got taken by the shadow monsters. Ah,
No!
No!
damn it!
It seems as if these creatures are all huddling into that one area, kind of jumping, like leaping, and trying to bounce off of each other's backs to try to jump up to you guys, but they are unable.
So like making a cheerleader pyramid, and they're
That's
just
it, that's
jumping
it.
off of it.
Yeah.
So they spend
Raven, I think we can only hit one of these at a time.
they spend their whole entire turn doing that and getting to that location, bringing us to the second round with a PC.
I wonder if we flipped the plane or the ship sideways, if we could get an angle on.
All right.
Yeah, but then we'd be having to deal with. Oh, but then we would have to have him be dealing with the gravity of the planet, and I would be shooting sideways. It's different than when we were in space.
Oh, yeah.
I think perhaps I will just get into the gunnery seat and I will start to fire.
Okay. So you use your maneuver to go ahead and get yourself into the seat, and your action will be to fire.
Yes.
So it's going to be the same. It's going to be one purple with one upgrade, and then you're going to be using your gunnery skill here to fire these cannons from the ship.
Okay. Where is this? Do I just make a gunnery roll? Because I don't know where the character sheet is for the ship.
If you go under in roll 20, if you go where your your character sheet would be, there is a vehicles and starships folder there. And the first one is your Phoenix, and you should be able to see. There should be one already set with Yeska as a see where it says Yeska there. You can roll.
It says it is dorsal turret.
Yeah,
So
either they're both the same gun. It's just one's on the top, one's on the bottom. So we'll just say it's on the bottom. And you can roll it there.
all right. So I will just roll. Bam.
You succeed without any advantage or threat. As you fire at another one, you can see that it is also engulfed from dust. As the computer seems to be on.
Is it as accurate just to hit one, since they are kind of grouped together trying to jump? Can I hit more than one?
Unfortunately, this
We'd have to be linked or something.
This gun has to be linked in order to be able to do that. So this gun's more like a single target weapon. But it definitely has a huge impact when it hits. It just dissipates anything basically that it's coming in contact with. Anything else you'd like to do?
No. Well, I guess I'll use my maneuver to just aim. Oh, and I forgot to use the boost.
Well, you used your maneuver to get
to
into the seat, so you have to spend 2 strain to aim for your next turn if you'd like to.
Never mind.
Okay.
Can I think the boost that would have gone to me because I forgot to use it. Can that go to somebody else then?
Sure. It can go to the next PC.
Okay.
All right. Next PC.
My internet crashed for a second, so I don't know what's going on.
I got into the gunnery, and I've shot one, and the doctor has also shot one. So we're 2 down, 6 to go.
I'm not sure, MG. That's a good question to ask, though.
That was the wrong chat. Wrong chat.
Is that...
Yeah.
We might have to look at that.
I'm a little lost, but okay.
Yeah, because if Yeska shot with the bottom and Dran shot with the bottom,
it might not. You might only be able to fire one of the guns once per round. That's what MG's saying.
So have we used it up for this round? Because I used it last round, and used it this round. So now is that gun on cooldown until
I'm gonna have to look at the ruling on that.
I think we have to look that up.
We'll definitely have to look that up. I'll let it go for now, but we'll look it up and we'll get
a cool down.
Yeah,
we used it right, but I wonder.
Let's just say until we look it up, I would not be able to fire on my next one.
That sounds fine. Yeah, we can do it that way.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Until we figure out.
Yeah,
until we know for sure.
Because I know technically pilot and co-pilot can take control of either turret,
Yeah. So can
but can they do
he's-
that also to?
Yeah, because he's manually controlling it, and your computer controlling it. So
Yeah.
I might let that one go because it's like, because honestly, Duran could just like move your seat around without you like, without
Yeah,
you
basically.
like, he can override the manual controls.
Well,
really, is what
because
he
I
can do.
wasn't in it yet when he fired.
Right. True.
Yeah, you weren't in it when. Yeah.
We did it right. Like in one round, I fired it. In the second round, yes. But now, is that turret done? Is that turret done until
Yeah, that's
our
what we're
next
wondering.
round? You know?
Or if,
Yeah,
as
I'll
a
have to-
pilot, I
I'll
can
do that.
engage
Yeah.
and fire
For-
as I move.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
I
now.
think until the next round, the turret's done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And- but you still have the other one up top. That if you can figure out a way to get it to where it can be in firing range, you could use it.
All right. Someone gonna get into the top one.
Sure, I will move and get into the top one.
Okay, so Tizo uses his maneuver to get up there into the top one. But now he's kind of established that it's his turn.
Oh, right.
So
Probably should have went first and reorganized first. Because I can't hold an attack.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fine. I will aim with my action. Wait, how many maneuvers does it take me to get there?
it
Just
takes you one maneuver, so you have to spend 2 strain to aim if you'd like to.
Well, can I just use my action to aim? Can you do that?
I don't think you technically can. The other question is, can you aim on something you can't technically see yet?
Also true. So you know what? I'm just done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. We're doing fine work here, boys. Yeah, we're good. I guess it's my turn.
Control. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, it's too late now. I didn't tell anybody. I don't know if everyone's strapped in or not, but I'm gonna maneuver.
Yes, I love it. They don't know what's about to happen, but it's happening.
I mean,
hold on to your butts.
Oh no, I must have left some kind of coffee out or something.
Oh god. Lightsabers on.
Oh, I deactivated my lightsaber getting into the pit because I did have it activated.
So I guess the more important question right now, Teaser, is did you buckle yourself in when you sat down behind the gunnery seat?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
Yes.
Tizo is reckless. He is
Yeah, exactly.
reckless.
Definitely. He did not think about putting a seatbelt on.
Well, I'm trying to pilot and maneuver, so I guess I have to make a piloting check
Sure. Yep. Piloting space
To-
check.
to try and circle around sideways, so that when I come back around towards them, they have an angle.
Both guns angled, okay? I'm gonna spend a dark
Yep.
side point. I'm gonna increase the difficulty on that one more.
Of course. Yep.
Because I think that's cool, you know, and I think it'd be cool if
Oh,
it was even more
trucks.
challenging, you know.
You're such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Lovely. Do I get a boost from whoever boosts last?
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
All right. That's good. Upgrade. Can I tag back?
Yeah, we had 2.
Yeah, you had
All
to.
right, we have 3 right now.
Yeah, you can
All right.
upgrade. You channel the light side of the force. You're in a very difficult place to channel the light side of the force.
Oh,
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
beautiful.
That's nice. So you swing the Phoenix
Lovely.
around. You turn the ship so it's completely sideways as you go across. Who's buckled their seatbelts? I know Tizo
I
said
always
he
buckle
didn't.
up.
Yeah, Dran always buckles up. So everybody's buckled up except for Tizo. Tizo.
Of course.
I would like you to make a roll
Of
for
course.
me to see if
All
you don't
right.
get dumped out of this seat and start bashing down. Let me see. Let's see what a check.
Would this
would
happen to be a coordination check, maybe?
To be honest, I think that would probably fit pretty well.
Awesome.
The problem with that is it's going
Could
to
this be like a bad state fair ride check?
Yeah. The problem with it is it's going to be 3 purple dice base plus 1 upgrade because it's Moraband.
Okay.
Technically,
Well,
it's not
I'm going to add force into this because I'm going to use enhance, which allows me to have. Hold on. It allows me to use my enhance ability, my force power.
Okay.
The user may spend force to gain success or advantage on a check
Okay.
that I can use it on. Normally it's only athletics, but I have the control thing that lets me enhance can also be used for coordination.
Okay. Sounds good. And whatever force die you roll, automatically add another black dot to it.
Question.
Yeah.
Was that piloting check my maneuver?
That piloting check would be...
Or is that an action? Whoa, 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 honey.
Well, Tizo.
Oh,
What just happened?
there's a whole lot right there that we're gonna have to
Shoot us,
unpack.
that's what happened.
There's
Well, Tizo.
I have a force rating of 4, so I roll 4
We're
force
dead,
dice.
that's what.
We're gonna, we'll unpack that after we answer Chrissy's question. Now, when you look at the ship's actions, was there like a particular one that you were trying to... I think one thing you were to like gain the advantage, I think is one. I think I would necessarily call this a gain the advantage kind of check. So if that counts as an action or a maneuver, that will determine what this is, because you're trying to gain the advantage to where you can fire both guns, in essence.
Right, that's true. Let me check that. That is an action.
Action. So that'd be your action, but you still have your maneuver.
Okay.
And then we'll tell the story of that massive dice pool over there.
Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?
That's a big thing.
That is a hot mess, Derek.
Well, the good thing is, using the 2 light side points, I don't have the threat, and I have an extra advantage.
Yeah.
So I just have the despair.
You're in the chair, you know.
Yeah. The despair actually
What part
makes
of
me
you
fall
is
out
in
of the
the
glass.
Yeah, it's like your face just kind of like mashes up against the glass.
I guess it would be my maneuver would have been to arc around and fly towards them, coming at them at that angle. I guess would be the maneuver.
So you're basically using gain the advantage as your action and fly for your maneuver.
Yes.
Okay.
Fly
gotcha.
towards them.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yes.
flying towards them. Okay. So, Tizo, you said that the advantage that you get takes away the threat, correct?
Yes, because I'm going to use the 2 light side points that I got to give me 2 advantages. So I'll have 1 extra advantage, which I'm just going to use to get rid of one of my strain.
Okay.
So all that's left is the despair.
You do have 5 dark side. Would you
Yeah,
like
I'm
to
not
use
using
any of
that.
those? Okay.
No.
Got you. Okay.
No.
I was just checking,
Would you want to use some of the dark
Uh-huh.
side?
You just be like,
it's
here,
always-
pushing it,
it's
pushing
al-
to the
it's
edge.
always there for you. It's like
There's so many. Look
there's
at
so
them.
many. I mean, look.
I mean,
at
The
I
first
could
dark
gain...
side is free.
they're lonely if you don't spend them. They just get wasted. They just fall off the
Don't give them emotions, Michael.
Fair, I don't have anything else to use it on, so...
It's the force. It's all about emotion.
Yeah.
Especially the dark side.
Despair. Okay. So for the despair,
This is gonna hurt.
basically what I want you to do is you're gonna flip one of those light side points over to me.
Okay.
And as the ship cocks sideways and your head kind of slams against the glass, you're able to keep yourself pretty much in the chair. You started to fall out because gravity, you know?
Yeah.
But the force was able you were able to see what was happening as it was taking place, and you were able to prepare for it. The rest of you are noticing this too, but all of a sudden it seems as if those shadowy creatures down there in the base are trying to like jump, and now they're seeing you coming from a distance, and Raven arcs around and she flips the Phoenix sideways and is coming at them, holding on to the steering column, like trying to keep this thing steady. You watch as some of those shadows just seem to break apart rapidly. And Tizo, you see a shadowy form appear next to you. As that shadow starts to culminate into the ship.
Oh God!
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Raven,
Had to get the.
Dran. Two form in the cockpit behind you. Yeska. One forms next to
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
And they are now in the ship.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
hyenas?
Welcome to Rolling Despairs in Star Wars.
Great.
So we
I'm
each
sorry.
have one on us. Is that how it is? What's the number? We each have one on
You
us.
each have
Is that
one
the-
on
Each have
you.
one.
And you can
Essentially,
hear basically claws rattling in the center of the ship. The fifth one that was still maintaining down there seems like it's on as well, but it's not visible yet. Not sure which way it's going.
Fun.
It's eating all of our food.
No.
No!
Oh, no.
So that was Raven's turn, bringing us to an NPC.
Great.
The first one is going to attack Raven in the cockpit. So that's going to be 2 purple dice difficulty. They don't have a difficulty upgrade because they're from this planet. Anything else I need to be worried
Oh, but
about?
they do. Oh, but they
Oh?
Oh, but they do because of Raven.
do. Because Raven. Defensive stance. They also have 2 blacks
2 blacks?
on their
Do they get 1
Yep.
upgrade, you said?
1 upgrade.
1 upgrade, 2 black. Okay. I also have
that
this
is-
this boost that somebody gave me in chat because I'm good at setting the
Mhm.
mood. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that boost on you.
Always know how to
Anything-
set the mood.
setting the mood.
Hang on, I'm just checking one more thing. Make sure. Okay, I only have 1 rank, so you only upgrade by 1.
Okay, upgrade. So I got 2 purple, 2 black, 1 upgrade.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, here it comes. Claws and teeth from this creature. Oh, that's a success.
jeez.
Mm.
3 advantage inflicts a critical injury
Oh no.
on Raven. So, what I'd like you to do, and I gotta figure out. Wait, hold on a second. Ensnare. Let me see what ensnare does first.
What?
I think it's.
What does vicious 2 mean?
Vicious 2 means you add 20 to your
crit
critical
is
roll.
yeah.
Okay, but okay, so
me-
the
let me
total
check in-
damage is
let me-
7.
Let me check ensnare first because if I activate ensnare,
Soakable
then
7.
I can't.
Soakable 7.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
then I only take 1.
soakable 7. Oh, so you only take 1 wound.
My soak's a 6 now. B.
Jeez.
Dang it. Yeah, you don't need no stinking Beskar armor. You're fine.
Yeah, I do.
Let's see.
I might.
Ensnare. That's not ensnare.
For story reasons.
For story reasons. Yeah.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics. How can I be Mandalorian without it?
Why can't I find the weapon things? Here we go. Ensnare. I want to double check this really quick because this might be something that I would use against the pilot. I don't know. A weapon with the ensnare binds a foe and restricts their movements. When engaged, when an ensnare is triggered, the target is immobilized for a number of rounds equal to the ensnare rating.
1.
Yeah.
So it's just like got its jaws like deep in her shoulder or something.
Yeah, so
Oh,
basically it would
shoot.
say that they couldn't move, but she's in a chair, so I'm going to go ahead and activate that critical hit. And I'm going to make it, it's vicious 2. So when you go to your critical, to roll your critical Raven, you're going to, in that top box where it says like, it's a place for you to modify it, put a 20 in there
Yeah,
before you.
offset?
Yeah, the offset, put 20, and then click roll.
Okay.
And you'll roll your critical.
Okay.
Hey, 69.
69, a roll of a 69. There you go.
That's my number, baby.
So you have scattered senses. Remove all boost dice from all skill checks until the end of the encounter.
Jeez.
So you can't.
No more
you
blue
can't
for
get
you.
Any blue boost dice for the rest of this
Oh my
encounter.
God.
You're not blue, Dubbity Dubbity.
Oh gosh.
That's a really bad one.
That is a
That's
really
a really bad one for me.
It's not
Because that's
ideal.
all of my shit gives me blue dice.
All right, that's the end of that NPC's turn. It brings us to the next
Fine.
one. Right next to Dran is going to lunge at Dran and try to take some claws and teeth into Dran.
Oh boy, it's gonna
Dran-
kill me in one
Dran,
hit.
That's 2 purples. Anything else that I need to add?
Let's see. I do have one defense with my armor, I believe.
Okay, perfect. So that's 1
The armor I inherited from Nico. Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a dark side point, and I'm gonna upgrade this attack because I've got lots of points to spend, guys. So here it comes. That's gonna be a success.
Okay, that hurt.
That's
That hurt.
nine soakable damage.
Yep.
As these claws and teeth rake into you from this shadow beast with red glowing eyes.
That hurts.
Lurking right over the back of you in the cockpit. Ends that. Brings us to our last PCs go. Whoever's last in the turn order.
Probably me, right?
I think it's you.
And I'm,
it's you.
and I'm not ensnared, right? He would have had to spend advantage to ensnare
Had to
me.
spend
Is that a
2
thing?
advantage to ensnare you, so you're good.
Okay. So I'm scared and angry, and I'm gonna lash out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to call upon my harm,
Okay.
which I have three force die, and whenever we add to this, I get 1 dark that'll add to this from being on Moraband,
Moraband.
and I also have 1 dark from having had a rough meditation session. So whatever this is, plus 2 dark theoretically.
Yep. Sure.
So
Make it
All
happen,
right,
Dran.
Mark
Okay.
Harmon.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
4 light,
4 light,
3 dark. Yeah.
Yes!
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Harm them.
So-
Harm them both.
I am using harm. On these
Pendulum
guys.
swings.
We'll see how this goes. So I have to spend 1 to harm them. I'm gonna spend 2 to increase so I can hit both. Oh, so here's a question, Michael. What's the distance that we're dealing with here?
Engaged.
Like, obviously the 2 that are near me are essentially engaged.
Yeah.
What about the ones that are with Tizo and Yeska?
It only takes a maneuver. I only said it took a maneuver for them to get up there, so it would be only like it would be short range, in essence.
Okay.
But would he even know that they are there?
Oh, that's true. I don't know they're there. That's a good point. I don't know they're there.
You guys do have
So I
active
will
comm links.
And I guess, we hear screaming.
So yeah, as this took
Shadow
place,
in there. Shadow is in here.
Because essentially, if I spend two of these light, I can affect two more targets besides the one that just attacked me. So I would, obviously the 2 in the cockpit, and then I guess since Tizo's on my mind from my rough meditation session, I'd probably try to clear whatever one I know is on him.
Okay. Now this requires
hitting
dark
3 of these
side points for harm, right? I think it requires.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't. Okay, I thought it required dark
Right.
side to do harm and light side to do heal.
Let's see, real quick.
Yeah, just to
heal?
clarify,
Yeah, just to make sure that we're doing this right, because
because it'll make a big
it just says
difference.
arms. Spend light dark to inflict a number of wounds. Blah blah
Okay,
blah.
yeah, so either or. Yeah.
I think if you spend the dark, you just have to flip
But
conflict.
I
points,
do,
and
yeah,
that's
I
it.
definitely gain at least one conflict by harming.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, and then I'm also going to spend. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's range, and I will also spend 1 to
Which one are you going for?
Yeah,
the one
spend
on
1 to do the
Tizo
range.
Or the one on Yeska?
the one in Tizo,
Tizo.
Tizo. So I think I have to spend 4 to get this. I have to do 1 to get 1 to trigger it, 1 to do the range, and then 2 to hit more than 1.
Okay, and how much damage does it do?
But I'm only using my light pips.
Yeah,
It does.
sure.
5 plus 3 is 8.
8? Is that soakable
Yeah.
damage? Or non-soakable?
Non-soakable, supposedly.
Don't think so.
Non-soakable, so yeah.
But
But I imagine I probably gain.
how much How much conflict does it say?
1. It says the user gains 1 conflict. I don't know if it's from use or 1 per thing I hit. That's
I'm
that's
gonna
where it
say
gets
for
a little
this
bit.
one, since it's Moraband, you gain 2 conflict.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and add
shoot.
those 2 conflict
Okay.
to your character, and you,
Gotcha.
Raven, as you've got this creature, this shadow creature, like biting into your neck as you're trying to hold on to the controls. All of a sudden, these creatures just like somehow got into the ship while you're trying to get closer. You're trying to get the aim right to blast these things off the planet. This creature is just snarling over top of you, and then all of a sudden you see Dran just go into this focus, and he holds out both of his hands, and you watch as this forceful energy starts to blast out from his hands. And his harm, is this like force lightning style harm? Is that what this is?
No, I think that's unleash. Harm
Okay.
harm is more of like draining
Yeah.
the life out of something or draining the vitality out of something.
And as he's holding his hands, you see his hands start to shake, and the shadows are starting to pull away into Dran's hands. And they start to crawl up Dran's arms. And you watch as he's pulling the shadow forms into his form. Tizo, you're not sure what is going on, but this shadow form next to you is going and is being pulled and ripped out through the glass and
so
more
creepy.
up towards the cockpit, and then just the eyes just blink out, the red eyes blink out, and all those creatures that were in the cockpit and next to Tizo are gone.
Holy crap.
The one by Yeska is still there.
Oh, great.
I look over at Raven and I nod. Also, the cherry on the thing here is if in harm, because I didn't have to spend any dark pips to get it. I heal strain equal to wounds inflicted. So it's like I take their dark essence and heal myself.
You healed yourself with the shadow form creatures, yes, and that was 8 per creature, right?
Which
Yes.
I didn't have that. I only had a little bit of strain.
Yeah.
I only had a little bit of
Yeah,
strain.
so you're gonna be at full.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Nice
gonna
you,
get.
Pip.
I need to get rid of all those NPC. turns.
Darth
Oh,
Gran!
doctor.
Darth Gran!
Dran.
Yeah.
There's one NPC left to go, and it's the one next to Yeska, and it's gonna try to attack Yeska. Yeska, you technically don't have you have 1 armor, right? So 1 black. You don't have your lightsaber out yet, so you can't get the benefit of the defense on that. So it's 2 purple,
Yeah.
1 black. Is there anything else that I need to do? Is there an upgrade to this or anything from armor or abilities? No? Okay.
That's it.
All right, they're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead, and since I got them, I'm going to spend a dark side point and give it an upgrade. Because, hey, we're almost done with tonight's episode, and I got to make it count. And let's go ahead and roll this. Claws and Teeth against Yeska. That's a success. That's
Oh.
8 total soakable damage. So you can
All
take...
right.
And that will end all the NPC's turn because there are only...
Wasn't there one that was just randomly on the ship somewhere
there
though
was
too?
one randomly on the
Oh,
ship. So
yeah.
let's see who that goes to. I'm going to roll a D6. A 1 or a 2.
Maybe the source of all the darkness and
A 1 or a 2, it'll run for Raven. 3 or 4, it'll run for Dran. 5 or 6, it'll run for Tizo.
Here we go.
Run into Tizo.
well,
Uses its maneuver
That
to
seems
just
appropriate.
rattle down this tube over top of you, like barreling down. Tizo, as you're in the bottom here, will actually be more sideways now because the ship is sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you gotta flip your chair over.
You buckled in.
Everybody-
Nope.
This thing comes running at you, snarling. 2 purple, 1 black.
I have 1 defense, but I also am going to take the dodge incidental, so it upgrade. I think it upgrades. Yeah, it upgrades the difficulty of the
Upgrade.
check.
Okay, upgrades the check.
But I suffer 1 strain,
Okay, you take
which
that
that's
straight.
not. Is that doubled? That's not doubled, right?
No, it's not doubled. No.
Okay.
No.
Dark side to upgrade my attack because hey, they're there. And claws and teeth. Oh,
Oh, that thing got a despair.
Oh.
So many despairs tonight. What is
Right.
happening?
The
Hello,
the
universe?
despair's on the other shadow claw
Yeah.
now.
So that's 8 soakable damage. The Tizo.
I soak 5.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in the process, this creature seems to have stumbled coming across where it's trying to regain its balance. Raven, being in the midst of her being attacked and taking all this damage, is kind of shifting the ship back and forth, and it causes the creature to fall prone, like within the chamber with you. So you will have an extra boost on any attack that you make against him. as he is kind of not sure-footed here in this situation because he's just a shadow creature being tousled around in here. That brings us to the top of the round with a new PC.
I'll go.
Assuming one of the engaged boys needs to go.
I was gonna say
I will
either
go on the
Tizo-
third round because I need to make sure we don't crash into the planet.
I was gonna say either Tizo or me.
Yeah,
Could I
definitely.
actually go first because
Sure.
I'm actively being attacked?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So, because this thing is right in my grill, I am going to reach down and grab my lightsaber and using its new, pull to start function, rip it from my belt and just like turn it on, like behind me
Awesome.
to like stab into this thing's head.
Fantastic. Yeah, so incidental to get your lightsaber, go ahead and make your attack. It's going to be 2 purple dice, 1 upgrade because of Moraband. And
Yep.
I'm also going to go ahead and spend a dark side to upgrade the difficulty 1 more time. So you have 2
Well, you know what?
upgrades.
So am I.
There you go.
Get him, Yeska.
And because it's 1-on-1, so I do get an automatic advantage.
Yep.
Like this. There we go. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Plus the automatic advantage, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantage. You miss. Unfortunately, this creature dodges the lightsaber as you try to attack it. But you have
Okay.
5 advantage that you could spend.
Okay. Hmm.
Could heal some strain. You've got.
I do want to heal some strain.
Yeah, you could do a point of strain for each advantage spent.
Okay. Can I? No, that's dumb. I think I'll just do that. I'll heal 4 points of strain, and then I will pass a boost onto the next person.
Perfect. That works great. You do technically still have a free maneuver if there's anything that you have that's maneuverable in this situation.
I mean, I will one-handed cock and reload my blaster.
Okay. Sure. Reload with your maneuver. Good.
Yep.
That will bring us to our next PC in the round.
I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to, as a maneuver, Mark of Death, the thing next to me.
Okay.
This gives me a guaranteed 2 advantage
Mister.
on the attack.
You get a blue from Yeska.
Got a blue from Yeska.
Uh-huh.
And I will ignite my lightsaber with my incidental, and I will attack it.
Okay. So it's,
So it's
two
2 purple, upgrade. That's it. Might as well, right?
Yeah, let's use one. Go ahead.
So it upgrades
Another
too?
Upgrade, yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
there.
Okay.
We got a lot of them, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
7.
And-
Nice.
I will go ahead and use the 3 to use the link, so I will have to hit it twice for 7 each. 14.
Oh, jeez.
I will go ahead and let you know that 7 unsoakable is enough to take this out.
Oh,
so you don't
okay.
even have to spend that on that. So you can use your 3 advantage on something else. So basically you
I will.
gouge through this shadow creature and it just dissipates and shatters, and you see it retreat out of different cracks and crevices throughout the mechanical parts of the ship. Like parts where panels come together, it just like this shadow just seeps inside of it and just disappears.
I will give a boost to Yeska.
All right. Boost goes to Yeska.
Yeah.
Anything else? That's everything. Unless
think-
you
yeah, I
want to
think
spend 2 strain to take another maneuver.
No, I will use the last strain, the last advantage to heal a strain.
Okay, perfect. Either Raven or Dran can go.
Is there anything else on the ground?
You don't see anything. You see a lot of dust clouds from where you were blasting the ground.
You know what? I kind of... and we couldn't see them on scanners anyway, so there's no way to know.
The scanners weren't picking
is
them
there
up,
any...
but the Force was able to
No,
pick
they
them up.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the darkest area of the shadow, like, in this...
Probably to your right, you can see there's a large cliffside. Probably right at the base of the cliffside is the darkest area. On the right side of like where this village starts.
Alright. Just for good measure, because
Onto
I
the
don't know...
darkness.
No, I just don't know how many more are coming, so I'm just gonna shoot blindly into the dark.
Okay.
And make sure they don't come out.
Gallstaff, Sorcerer of Light.
Go ahead and make a gunnery check.
Alright.
And I would like you, since you said you're shooting
All
blindly,
right.
we're going
Yeah,
to say
'cause
this is...
I'm just shooting into the dark.
They were shooting
3?
with 1 purple. I'm going to make this, we're going to make this 3 purple. 1 upgrade.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's Moraband.
Yeah.
Let's do 1 black. Because
Okay.
you're just firing at stuff. You're like, look at it.
Yeah.
Just...
That's fair. I just don't want them to come at me from here. So yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna upgrade because
Okay. Yeah.
we need the light right now
Mm-hmm.
to battle this dark. I shoot from the Phoenix, yeah.
Pardon me.
Shoot it from here, maybe? I think this is the one. Is that right?
What was
That one's using.
You used Jessica.
Oh, hang on.
If you you see where
So
yours...
I'm just sitting
Nice
in
roll.
the thing, attacking it, and then it just fires. I'm like, I didn't
No, I didn't mean to do that!
You see where yours
Hang on.
yours will say pilot beside it. If you
Yeah.
change that, I think to
Got-
do
I
a
gotcha, I
gunnery
gotcha.
and then click it, I think
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
use your character
Oh.
sheet.
Interesting.
Hang on.
yeah, because mine is not as good as yours.
Okay. Do I need...
It was a nice roll, though. Oh,
I
they
mean,
didn't have
yeah,
all
I
the-
didn't add. It didn't
Purple,
add all the
yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Still, 3 successes on 2 green dice is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with no difficulties.
Yeah.
If you rolled a bunch of blanks, you'd be in good shape.
hmm
Let's see.
Whew.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Can we add my successes to that?
The despair is coming in hot tonight.
Jeez.
Okay.
We're
More
in such
man.
good doo-doo.
Okay.
I feel
Hey,
sorry
less
for
than
whoever
man.
is the triggered morality.
Oh no, Bantha
Oh,
poo.
God.
So, how would you like to spend your 2 advantage, Raven, before we move on? We've gone like so many episodes with nobody ever rolling any despair, and tonight it's
Yeah.
been like a flood of despairs.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's at 4 or 5 now, I
Holy
think.
shit! This is
Yeah.
like the 5th or 6th one. Yeah.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't rolled a despair.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
So that means we all take how many more conflict?
Oh, hold on.
I don't know.
We're not
Oh,
there
it could be
yet.
something else. Could be
We're not
something
there
else.
I
yeah.
don't know what to do with the advantage.
More shadow beasts.
Oh bloody hell. Maybe it adds light to that area since maybe I lit something on fire. I don't know.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you're firing. You guys hear the cannons going off as this intensity picks up. And it lights up the area. Enough that you can see that there was one of those massive statues in that darkness. And as you're flying towards it, where you shot it has started to make it crack, and it goes and starts to fall towards the ship as you're flying forward. And it's about that.
I haven't used my maneuver. I haven't used my maneuver yet. I want to fly.
No, I don't want to get stuck here.
She's pushing hard. She starts to veer off to the side. You guys all rattle back and forth inside the cockpit and in your stations, and you feel this massive impact on the bottom of the ship. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wait, I'm on the bottom of the ship.
Star Wars. Force of Destiny.
Oh no! You're all going to die on this
We're gonna be
exploding
stuck
planet.
here. The integrity of the ship is compromised.
No.